The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... touchback.
Here we go, set.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely look to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Harris going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop him for no gain for the 2nd straight play. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Austin. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right.
He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The Ravens had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Oh, good move. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Again, Jackson.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taken from just outside the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought
rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jackson will keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
Looking for Shepard deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line. for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Finding room at midfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This time Jackson will throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got it. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second and a long way to go. Jackson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 31 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll look to throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage bunch of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Ravens, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.